What's going on, guys? This is AndrewChicken and welcome back to another video. In this one, I'll be giving you guys 5 tips to help you get a higher rank in Paladins. If you feel like you're stuck in silver, gold, or platinum and you want to try and reach the next rank, then these 5 simple tips are sure to help you reach that goal. These tips aren't in any general order, but all 5 are meant to help you rank up in Paladins. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Number 5. Warm up. You never want to go into a game of ranked without having warmed up first. Just like how you would never play a serious game of sports without warming up a bit first, or how you would never go for a run without stretching beforehand, you should never go into ranked without having warmed up in a casual match or the shooting range first. Warming up by playing a casual siege match before you go into ranked lets you warm up your aim so you're not missing shots as much, and it helps you get into the mindset of playing a serious game of Paladins. This is very important because you don't want to try and play a game of ranked and miss half your shots in the first half of the game, or get stomped because you weren't paying attention and were thinking about other ideas besides what's going on in the match. If you're serious about reaching the next rank, you should always warm up before you enter into a competitive game. Playing a casual game first also lets you catch other problems that might ruin a good game of ranked if you don't fix them beforehand. Issues like accidentally playing on the wrong server or having your graphics settings too high can either interrupt a seamless ranked experience or ruin your game entirely. It's important to play a casual game before you enter into ranked, so that way you can make sure everything is running properly before you play something more serious. Number 4. Play with friends. In ranked, you are always allowed to queue with at least one other player depending on your rank, and you want to make good use of this when you're serious about reaching a higher rank. Playing with another person provides a variety of benefits and takes some of the randomness out of playing ranked. If you play with a friend who you know is at least your same rank or higher, then there's less of a chance that you'll encounter a complete noob or troll, and you'll generally have a stronger team than if you queued by yourself. Playing in a party also lets you more easily communicate with at least one other teammate, because if you both have mics, then you can talk with each other in a call and quickly communicate important information like where flankers are coming from and who exactly needs help. Playing in a party also has the added bonus of giving you additional gold and XP, which is always nice. Now, if you don't have any friends willing to queue with you, you can easily find some friendly people of all skill levels on my Discord server, which is linked in the description. Playing with friends is generally a good way to increase your chances of earning a higher rank, so if you're serious about ranking up, then grab a buddy and head into a ranked game together. Number 3. Learn how to draft. The draft is one of the most important phases of any ranked game because it can give your team a significant advantage over the other team. However, there are several ways to ruin the draft for your team that you want to try and avoid. Of course, there are countless different ways a draft can be picked in every ranked game, and every situation is unique, but there are still a few ways that you can make sure that your picks and bans are strong in most situations. The first way you can improve your draft is to know which champions are strong and which are weak for the patch you're currently playing in. In patch 2.01, Koga became extremely strong and is banned in almost every ranked game because of it. However, just one patch before that, you barely even saw Koga in ranked. It's important that you're familiar with the meta before you go into ranked so that your picks and bans are generally pretty smart. Ranked isn't the place to try new champions or low tier champions either, so don't pick lower tier champions like Genos when other strong champions like Saris and Maldamba are available. Of course, when you pick a strong champion, you also want to be pretty comfortable with him, so don't try picking Makoa if you're completely unfamiliar with how he works and you don't have a loadout for it. You want to play the champions you're best with, and you want the champions you're best with to be some of the strongest champions when playing ranked. If you have the opportunity to control a ban, you want to generally ban the strongest champions that you don't want the other team to have, and that your team doesn't want to play either. If you have the first ban, you can pretty much guarantee that your team has whatever champion they want, so communicate with your team and don't accidentally ban a strong champion when someone on your team wants to play them. For example, if you're the first ban and someone on your team wants to play Makoa, then ban champions that aren't Makoa, and when it comes time to pick a champion, block in Makoa and trade with him for a different champion later. You want to ban strong champions so the enemy team can't have them, but you also want your team to have the opportunity to use those strong champions. Number 2. Play each class. One of the best ways you can increase your chances of ranking up in Paladins is to have mastered at least 2 champions in every single class. You don't want to be that player that is the best at playing Makoa but sucks at every other champion, and then they're basically useless the entire match because the enemy team banned Makoa. If you're good at a variety of champions, then you can fill any role on your team for when you do get those players that can only play DPS or healer, or you're stuck playing one role you don't really enjoy playing. Also, being good at several champions makes it so you aren't hurt very much by some of your strong champions being banned or taken by the enemy team, since you know that whatever role you need to play, you can fill with someone you're good at. While it's not bad to try and become the best at one particular champion you enjoy, it's still important to have a variety of champions in your arsenal so you can be the best team player you can be and earn the next rank. Number 1. Don't be toxic. Being toxic in the game chat can absolutely ruin any ranked game and turn it into an instant loss. Too many times in ranked, people will get angry at someone and end up causing that person to just flat out leave the match, or just leaving and throwing the game themselves. You want to try and avoid causing any sort of toxicity in your team, and you want to try and diffuse any sort of toxic situation that could arise on your team, because oftentimes the losing team is the one with the most toxic players that can't work together to try and win. There are two types of toxicity in Paladins: toxicity directed at you, and toxicity you direct to others. The first type happens when someone gets mad at something you're doing wrong and tries to yell at you or threaten to leave the match because you're doing something wrong. The best way to counter this toxicity and cool down your teammates so your team can work together is not to ignore the player or insult them back, but to ask for help and try and figure out why they disapprove of your gameplay. This way you can prevent the angry player on your team from rage quitting, reduce the building tension on your team, and maybe even learn something too. The second type of toxicity is when you provoke a player because you think they're doing something wrong. You never want to be the source of toxicity on your team, so while it may feel good to yell at someone like this Victor who bought extremely bad items, this is exactly what you don't want to do. Instead, try and provide some constructive criticism, so instead of tearing them down for being stupid and buying bad items, you could just suggest how their itemization could be improved, or you could just not say anything at all. It's better to say nothing than to say something bad if you're trying to reach the next rank. Trying to keep your teammates working together can be difficult at times, but trying to prevent any tension on your team from growing and diffusing any toxic situations can mean the difference between winning and losing a lot of the ranked matches you face. So that's the end of this video. Did these tips help you out with your ranked experience, and do you have any other tips that I've missed? Let me know in the comments section down below. Also, don't forget to join my Discord server using the link in the description to pick up tips, leave suggestions, and become a part of our active community. And make sure to subscribe for more content like this in the future. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.